Hi, um, so this is my third time doing a shot type tier list, and this is mostly unscripted, and I'll try to write almost all the shot types. I'll include solos this time, and some placements will change drastically, hopefully. So let's start with Touhou 6. Reimu A is gonna be... I'm gonna put her in C tier. In Touhou 6, I think the game is really simple and straightforward, and even that includes the shot types, and the homing shot type is like the only shot type that's homing, so it's pretty unique when compared to the other shot types. Nothing to say about this, it's just okay, it's interesting. Now Reimu B is A tier. Very consistent, good damage on shotgun. I really love it. And you know, it's really it's the strongest shot type, but I think the bomb balances it out, because you know the bomb doesn't have that much duration, so it doesn't stay invincible for a long time. Now, Marisa A is same tier. This is my preferred Marisa shot type. It's big damage, tight range. It doesn't really have a big spread, but it does have really huge damage, and you don't really need to shotgun with it, so that's a plus. Other than that, Marisa movement, it's really fast, it's really cool. You love just swooping around the screen. Marisa B is gonna stay here. It's I don't think there's any shot type like it later on, because like you have the periodically dimming lasers. They don't just stay lit up permanently like Touhou 7, which we'll get into later. Like every few seconds they dim and then come back, and so you don't really get max damage every time, and I think that's really unique. And you have the the iconic Master Spark. Everyone likes Master Spark. So we're done with Touhou 6. Cool. Now on to Touhou 7. I don't see any change with Reimu A. Just my opinion. Just don't really like playing Reimu A much. No, she's gonna stay here. She's okay. At least she works. I think they fixed the homing function in the game from Touhou 6, because Touhou 6, I think Reimu A aims at the highest damage enemy. I don't know, just the homing is a bit jank in Touhou 6. So this is a fix, it's really good. Now, Reimu B is needles again, but a bit different, and I really fuck with this shot type. It's very simple, and accompanied with Reimu's small hurt box and slow movement, it's really good for survival and very fun to use. So when you're unfocused, you're just, spread needles shot, big range, blah blah blah. And when you focus, the range is almost comparable to with Marisa A from Touhou 6. But it's like the fire rate is really high. It's just Reimu B needle. And what I really like about Reimu B needles is the high fire rate. It's really cool. It feels really good to shoot the bosses with high fire rate needles. And there's like this risk reward to it, where you can use the unfocused bomb or the focused bomb if you want like different durations of invincibility, or if you want damage. Same thing with the unfocused shot and the focused shot. Like if you're gonna focus while in stage, you're gonna have much more trouble, because the density of the bullets will increase. You're not gonna kill enemies really fast. Now Marisa A, I'd say it's comparable, just a little bit different. Like there's this slow starting needle shot that's in the middle that I think does splash damage. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm gonna put it here. It's almost comparable. It's fun to use. It's high damage, but really hard during stages. I've struggled with it back then when I was a normal 1cc player. It took me a lot of tries, but I got it eventually. Yeah, and you have the lower POC range. Really fun. And swooping around with Marisa. Nothing beats that. Now, Marisa B. Am I gonna shit on it or not? Okay, it's... So, when you focus with Marisa lasers, there's like one piercing laser in the middle and it never dims, which is really good, I'm not gonna lie. But when you on focus, the lasers don't do enough damage and they dim sometimes. It's very inconsistent when you play the game, like when you're in stages and such. And I think the fun part of Marisa B is, the unfocused bomb where you can just sit on top of the boss with the unfocused bomb and one-shot them, basically. What else is there? Nothing. I'm just not really fond of this. And same goes with Sakuya A, and Sakuya A is so lame. I'm sorry. Like, I know it's the go-to shot type for 1cc's. It's so lame. It's so boring. Just don't want to use it. I've never used this ever since. I think I tried it last time I tried it. I was testing the hard difficulty of PCB back when I was still a beginner, and my god, it's so bad. I hate it. Nothing else. I think the bomb is cool. That's all. Sakuya B. Now, where do I start? It's the influencing shot, I forgot what it's called. Like, you move right, the one knives move right, then you move left, the knives move left, and when you focus, you lock them in and keep that formation. Really cool routing. It's fun to use. High damage. The bomb it's a time stop. It's Sakuya thing. It's a Sakuya thing, which is cool. Other than that, it's just, it's very compelling. It's very fun to use. Just you can show off your execution with streaming and changing the knife trajectory halfway through. Just big show off of skill, which I love. Now on to Touhou 8. Touhou 8, oh yeah. Yep. Let's go with this one. Border team is lame. Not gonna. Okay, Reimu is okay. Just Reimu does Reimu things, sure, and it kinda. So this is a bit of a nitpick, and Reimu's fantasy seals look so cheaply made compared to the fantasy seal from Touhou 6 and 7, where it's like shiny, rainbow, glowing things that spin around Reimu and aim at home at the enemies. It's not that good. It doesn't look that good. And you got Yukari. She's like lost potential, honestly. And I think Reimu. I think the only thing cool about this shot type is the Ran. The Shikigami. When you focus and Ran locks in on an enemy, you can move anywhere and she would still lock in, no matter what, which is okay, cool, but impractical. Still, Ran being there, it's really cool. Other than that, Yukari using needles and the fire rate is much slower. It's just not satisfying to use. I don't feel the oomph from the shot type. Don't feel the damage. Now, next up, I'm gonna be glazing a lot. Magic Team is everything I wanted in a shot type. Big damage. limited range, which is fine with me because it's fun to route. And you got this interesting bug. I don't know if it's a bug or it's intentional, but Zun, if this is intentional, you you genius motherfucker. So Alice's lasers, when you focus, they linger for a little while, like for a bit longer while they're in Marisa. So if you mash shift rhythmically, you can hit with both Marisa's shot and Alice's laser, creating this huge damage cannon called Malice Cannon. And what also happens is that Alice can hit familiars even though she's a yokai with this trick. So you can just erase familiars with Malice Cannon. It does a lot of, I think it's the highest damage in the game, without any bombs considered. Other than that, I like Master Spark. It's really just overall amazing shot type. Very interesting, very cool to use. It's simple, straightforward, but very hard to use, which I like. The only downside I have is Alice's bomb. It's lame, it's nothing. It's just a nothing burger. Next is I am biased. I love Vermilion Scarlet. It's like you can shoot from two sides, you know. You put your bat familiars at one position and you go shoot at the other position. It's pretty much utility and high damage. And you got Sakuya just, you know, being there, just there. Still, I really love it. It's such a cool shot type, and you got I don't think what else is there, just Remilia bias overall. The bomb is cool, both bombs are cool actually. And yeah, nothing to say really. Should I put this S tier too? Yeah, but I really love this shot type. This shot type actually kinda acts as if it's a jack of all trades, but in an unorthodox way, if you get me. Like, it has spread, it has high damage DPS, it can kill, Yomu can like shred familiars really fast, she can kill familiars, she has a really good bomb, and you got Yuko's bomb, it has long duration, but it's really hard to use. You know, it's just unorthodox. You have to get used to it. Just overall, a bit weird to use, but still, you use Yuko for like if you wanna, you know, get time items and you have Yuko, but still you wanna use Yomu to collect time items by continuous fire. It's gonna be a bit hard. So Yomi usually is there for the boss to do damage, and Yuko is there for the stages, which is like the opposite of any team. You get me? Still, it's very interesting. I'd say, if I would say so myself. Now solo teams, solo characters. I mean, just despite border team, I think Reimu solo is cool. She's a kind of a challenge. I've gotten a Reimu solo 1cc on hard, just so I can unlock a last word, and I found it a bit weird, like how you can home on the fairies that have familiars, so you can avoid hitting the familiars and get just so much time items. Because I was like kind of survival, like scoring and surviving. If you've seen the replay, and I think that's like my longest replay in Touhou, 37 minutes, and she just doesn't really have much damage, to the point that I timed out Kaguya's last spell, which is funny. Solo Yukari, I've tried her a bit. Actually, no comment. Whoa, Marisa solo. I want to put her S tier. I really love solo Marisa. I've played her a ton. I'm trying to score with the solo Marisa, just not being able to. She's really hard. Just Let me think about it. A tier. Just missing the Malice cannon, you know. And Alice, I haven't tried her yet. I've tried her a bit. Just not too much. I'm gonna put her in B. Again, a challenge, like she's challenging to use like Reimu, and you cannot kill familiars. Your shot type just doesn't have any range. It's really hard to use, but still, it's a challenge. Oh, also, Marisa is much faster than Alice. Solo Alice unfocused speed is much slower. Sakuya. Oh, I'm gonna say I just haven't tried Sakuya, you know. I'm gonna edit the video later, like after I try her. I'm gonna put her. I'm gonna actually. Let's put her here. Solo Remilia. Oh wow, Remilia is S tier. No need to speak. I wanna try her. Did I try her yet? No. Solo Yomu is. You know how to play Solo Yomu. I'm clapping for you. Actually, I'd clap for you. Honestly, it's really hard for me, but I respect the skill involved with this shot type. So A tier. No into MOF. Listen. Reimu A, which is homing. But this homing is actually interesting because the fire rate is much higher, more bullets shot, and it's really good. It's actually really good. Like the homing amulets are really fast. They help you a lot with stages. The damage isn't high, sure, but that's how you make a homing shot type. It's still a bit, in my opinion, I think it's a bit powerful in the context of Touhou 10. And there is also the limit that Zun put on the shot type. If you've ever seen it, basically, whenever the homing amulets switch targets in stages, the homing amulets hit in bursts of. It hits like it shoots in bursts. So like the fire rate goes like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. It keeps changing targets. So if there was no limit and just kept shooting continuously, it would have been really strong. Still, I love it. Reimu B is it's cool. I love it. I've actually gotten a Lunatic 1cc with Reimu B. So yeah. And there's Reimu C, and I'd say it doesn't work in Touhou 10. She has she has such a shotgun damage, but God forbid if you're bottom hugging, which many spell cards involve you bottom hugging in Touhou 10. Let's just say that. You'd be only doing minimum damage, especially if you've ever seen me capture. I've gotten a normal 1cc with Reimu C, by the way, and I've captured the Mountain of Faith, which is the final Kanako spell, and it took me more than 1 minute. No damage at all, trust me. And I could give you like an interesting perspective, I would say so myself, which is what is Reimu B and C other than it being Reimu B but fused. Reimu B has, the amulets spread out and the needles forward focused. Reimu B is needles forward focused and the amulets spread out. Interesting, right? It's really cool. It's really cool how Zun just separated two pieces of a shot type and made them separate shot types, and people love them. Unless you had trouble with Reimu C. I hated it at first, but it just doesn't work in Touhou 10. I think it would have worked in Touhou 11, honestly, but Touhou 11 doesn't allow that, of course. Marisa, I'd say she's C tier. You never see a shot type like her. It's a tracing and lock-in formation shot, which is like it follows you around. It's like Gradius. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's like Gradius. You know, the tracking tracking options, and when you hold focus, they lock in their position, while still like staying closed relative to Marisa. What really is weird about the shot type is that it has some weird bugs, like it has some weird bugs, and it's very weak. It says it's high power shot type. It's not. It's really weak. Now, Marisa B, she has the death laser bug. If you're in between 3 power and 4 power, you have unfocused lasers that do tons of damage. It's funny. I'm gonna let her stay here. And you got then Marisa C. Marisa C is basically Sakia's team, Scarlet team, but upgraded, and like some quality of life change has been added. For example, if you there's like your options, and they're short ranged. Still, you can set them up and route them. Unlike the bats have unlimited range and snap to, you know, the character's position. But Marisa C, when she lets go of focus, there's like the options blink, indicating that they're about to return to you. So you can just, you know, kind of let go of focus, so you can do a big jump in movement and then go back and focus to keep the options in place. But this is like scratching the surface. There are so many texts. Just watch any scoring like watch the world record of Marisa C. It's really cool. Like the text, if you're focusing at what the player is doing, it's really cool. Also watch my No Miss No Bump on extra stage. I also use one of the techs, which is like mashing shift to do more damage. Yeah, it's because there is like this small bullet coming out of the options if you're unfocused, so you can just mash focus and get shoot out these bullets. Now Touhou 10, Touhou 11. Okay. Reimu A is A tier. This is a pretty hated shot type because I don't know why. I think people hate it because it's really good, I guess, or it cheats some sections of the stages. But I digress. I think it's really cool. Even the fact that it cheats stage 6, for example, which is just streaming. Hold on, excuse me. So Reimu A doesn't have much range. It's needles, but doesn't have much range, and the options rotate around you, which is very interesting. So when you on focus, it's like a circle going outwards, so like the radius is much bigger where they spin around you, so like it becomes wider in range. And I find that interesting, honestly. And there's even the shot type has like this ability where she goes inside the side of the screen and comes from out of the other, which is called gapping. And also it passively lets your options peek to the other side, even if you're like hugging the wall, which also is I've never seen someone do that before. It's really cool. Nothing to say, honestly, just really cool shot type, in my opinion. Reimu B is C tier, I'd say, because it's homing. It's much slower and lower fire rate than other homing shots. and it's not only homing, it pierces, which is a cool idea, but the homing doesn't really home accurately, like it just homes slightly. So you could say there's no traditional homing shot type in Touhou 11. Other than that, last week I found out that the bomb basically absorbs the bullets and then fires them back as these orbs that you shoot out anyways, which is cool. But they aim like it's like it's reflected, but it doesn't really home at the boss. I'm not sure, like I have to test it out more. I've played it many times, but never really focused on anything. And also it has this ability where you let go of shoot and focus and you collect all items on screen. But I think it's kind of bad because you got the main gimmick of the game where if you graze enough, you're going to collect all items on screen at full value. But if you use her ability, you don't collect everything at full value. You collect them at the value you're positioned at the height you're positioned at, which is really low. Reimusi is very hard to use. You can do cool stuff with it. You can like aim. It's very similar to Sakia B. I'd put it S tier. Don't care. You can do cool stuff with it. It has even the bomb, which is similar to Fall Release but bigger. And you can like sit on top of the enemy and shoot with both oscillating sides, the options, you know, and do tons of damage. One shot type to use, fun to learn, really cool. Marisa is A tier. She has more options than other characters, which is 8 options, and her bomb is really weak at bullet cancelling, but point blank it does tons of damage. It's deadly. You can just skip some spell cards with it, which is fun. And there is the aspect of where you focus the lasers, like the shots spread, but if you unfocus, the shots focus forward and do more damage while you're unfocused. Marisa B is S tier. Of course it's S tier. It's so cool. I think it's a Radiant Silvergun reference with how many formations, like how many utility you have. You can shoot from many sides. You can like, so in this order, you have red, which is forward center. You have blue, which is spread. You have green, which is angled. Yellow is sideways, and brown is backwards. And the damage increases from red to brown, basically. I think that's the case just from experience. Red shots don't do much damage. Still, they're reliable in damaging the boss. Blue shots do more damage, but they're spread out, so you have to shotgun at lower power. Green, you have to point blank if you're at full power to do so much damage. And you have sideways, which is interesting because the options are positioned in a way where you can shoot the enemies in front of you. Just overall, I think this is my favorite shot type in Touhou 11, honestly. And the backward shot is used pretty much in safe spots to do more damage. It does the most damage out of all of the formations. So yeah, you have to just test it out. It's a really cool shot type. You can out with it. And the spread shot just makes so many stages a breeze. And there's this like interesting trick you can do, like interesting route you can do with stage 4, where you can stay at the top of the screen and move left and right and skip a really hard section of the stage. Marisa C, again, I think I want to put it F, but it's lost potential, honestly. It's pretty stupid that the special ability that this shot has is if you So it has a bomb shield. This is like the first shield in Touhou. If you survive the duration of the shield, it basically refunds half of your power that you spent on the bomb, which is very stupid. This is such a dumb thing. It should have been a part of the bomb, in my honest opinion. And I feel like it doesn't do that much damage, in my opinion. Just didn't feel that. And I hate the sound effect of the missiles, honestly. It had so much potential because, you know, the one who provides these options is Nitori, and Nitori is a Kappa, and Kappas, you know, are industrial, like they make machines. You could have just made basically a drone or something, which would have been much cooler. Just my opinion, though. Oh, Touhou 12. Oh my god. Touhou 12. Oh, I'm gonna gush out about this game a lot. Reimu A is B tier, all reliable. Reimu B is just here. It's homing. It's the homing amulets are much slower, which disappointed me a bit, but still, who cares? I don't really use this shot type much. Marisa A is S tier, of course. Of course it's S tier. It's my favorite shot type in Touhou 12. Let me ramble about this. Any shot type, any simple shot type you put in Touhou 12 instantly gets depth. It becomes really deep. And Marisa A is no different. Because Marisa A is lasers and it pierces. And it does do damage. And you have Marisa's hitbox, which is fat, but who cares? If you're really good, you're gonna have fun with her. You got the Master Spark too, but also, it's how she performs when she collects UFOs and routes them. It's really cool. So, you know how I mentioned that the laser pierce? Yes, it makes UFO collecting much easier for her. It's really good. Like, this is what's interesting about UFO. You have different shot types, and you would have to consider how they perform in UFO collecting and summoning. Do they have damage? Do they have a good bomb? Does their bomb slow down? Do they have a really good property in their shot type that helps in killing the bomb really fast? Which we'll get into, or Sanae B. Anyways, S tier. One of my favorite shot types in all of Touhou. Marisa B, oh yeah, I used to put this in F. I think it's a B tier now. Character development, I know. Marisa B is made for the purpose of not scoring, but summoning UFOs properly. She's really good at summoning UFOs. She has a shotgun, and she has like these backwards omnidirectional shots, which don't really do much damage for the bosses. It doesn't really do that much, but watch KG's Marisa B world record run on Lunatic. It's really cool. He does utilize these a bit in stage 3, I think. It's a pretty cool replay. So the reason why she's really good at UFO collecting is because her bomb doesn't slow her down. It has low invincibility, but it doesn't do that much damage. So basically, if you summon a UFO, you bomb, it collects all the items, and doesn't really die. So, hold on, let me. Better. Where were we at? Okay, yeah, the UFO doesn't die. You can kill it anytime you want, and the enemies are all dead already because they're low health enemies. And you get like so much scoring, and even though it's not the world record holder overall between all the shot types, I think it's really cool. Just, it fills a purpose in Touhou 12. That's all, I think. So now Sanae, it's Sanae's first time appearing. I think Sanae is C tier. I think what's cool about it is that you have like, if you unfocus, the serpents that shoot out travel slower and are at a much slower fire rate, but it's basically like setting up for the next wave of enemies. So you shoot them out, and then when you focus, the fire rate increases and they travel and they're traveled. What was it called? Like they travel much faster, is what I want to say. So like you're stacking up some snakes, even though it's not that effective. I think it's really cool. That's all there is to it. Like it's not really. I'm not gonna really put it A tier or B tier because of that trick. That's what I just find interesting. It's okay. Nothing special about it. So Sanae B, I used to put this in S tier, but I think it's B tier. A tier, I mean. So Sanae B is the best shot type in the game in survival and scoring, if I remember correctly. Like it's either Marisa A or Sanae B for scoring. And Sanae B has the best bomb in the game. She has the best damage in the game for shotgunning, and just overall really strong. And the frog shots, they not only explode but also release these cluster bombs that explode again. I think, I don't know, that's how I see it. But yeah, it does a lot of damage when you shotgun, and really makes many stages easier. Oh yeah, I forgot why I like Marisa A much more. The damage bug, it's like slightly increased damage. That's all there is to it. You just shoot unfocused and then focus after a while, and it does like more damage slightly, which I fuck with. I like this. It's not unlike this, which basically privileges the game. Oh, Touhou 13. Oh, hold on. I have to drink some water. So, Touhou 13. No, actually, so in Touhou 13, Zan combines the homing and needle shot for Reimu, and other characters too. Like the focused shot is different from the unfocused shot, similar to Touhou 8. Anyways, Reimu is just like the all trusty again. Every needle Reimu you're gonna see, I'm gonna put in B tier, except for 1 or 2 shot types. I'm gonna mention them later. Anyways, Marisa is Marisa. Gotta put her A tier. You know, now that I think about it, Marisa is Marisa. Anyways, you have missiles, you have lasers. I don't like how the lasers are angled, but who cares? Still, it's good. It's a good shot type, and you can do some crazy stuff with her trance, which does tons of damage, and you can just refund it if you know how to route it on harder lunatic. Now this, look how they massacred my girl. Nothing else to say. Look how they massacred my girl. This is completely different from Touhou 12 shot types. It's basically like a weird sort of shotgun type, and when you focus, it doesn't really do that much damage. Like Zan thought this shot type is gonna be the scoring shot type. It's not. I think it has the world record on normal. I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anyways. The bomb is cool. It's like the star motif she has when she was a boss in Touhou 10. Yomu is S tier. And here's why. It's unique. You have the tracing options, and you have the slash, the focused slash, which you have to charge and learn the timing of. I like everything about this shot type except for the bomb. The bomb is a downgrade from Touhou 8 bomb, which is really cool. Touhou 8 Yomu bomb. Please bring it back, Zan. Touhou 13 Yomu Bomb is okay, it's just not the same. But Yomu's shot type makes up for it, honestly. Okay, that was Touhou 13, we finished really quick. Now Touhou 14 is very interesting with its shot types. And another S tier, wow. Reimu A has the homing amulets, and when she focuses, she has the spinning Gohei, her stick. It's spinning, it's out of control. It's a typhoon of death. It's really cool. The bomb is like her swinging that Gohei, like left and right. It's short ranged. It's an interesting bomb, cool bomb. And if you put the Gohei on top of the boss and then mash shift, it does tons of damage. And this is not the first time you're gonna see shift mashing in Touhou 14. So look out for that. Also, there's this weird glitch, which is like frame perfect, I think. Like, not really frame perfect, it's really tight. And you can see it in the scoring run, where you can spawn 2 Goheis, 2 sticks, and they do much more damage consistently. But yeah, that's Reimu A. Reimu B is Reimu B. It's needles, just wider and like I think the needles were a bit widened. It's okay, it's Reimu needles. And you got Marisa A. Marisa A, I'd say she's a challenge to use, honestly. The flamethrowers, they don't do as much damage as Reimu A, funnily enough. Just the closer you are, which encourages shotgunning, the closer you are, the more damage it's gonna do. It just has a deceptive range too. It doesn't really hit full screen. And it has the, Marisa, Touhou 13 Marisa lasers. Same formation. You got also Marisa B. I think I like them both equally. Marisa B is the same as Marisa A. She has this interesting quirk where if you shoot the boss on focused, they spawn, like they give out power items either way, if you're on focused or not. And I think this should be a permanent thing for Marisa, because Marisa's strongest thing is the damage. And she has a cool, unique bomb, which is like a sun that travels slowly upward and raises bullets, and the bullets that it raises turn into power items. And you know what you can do with these is hit POC and just generate infinite lives if you know how to use them. So it's really janky. So, we got into my favorite shot type in Touhou 14. Sakuya A. Sorry. Last time, I put this in C tier or A tier. I think this is one of the most convoluted, complicated, complex, use any word you want, shot types in all of Touhou. And I love it. And I want to make a separate video for it, honestly. So yeah, it's just too much to explain in a tier list video. Just Sakuya has these homing knives, they stick to the enemy slows down and even shoots much slower, and when you stack them all, they explode. There's just so much intricate stuff and tricks you can do. I don't want to mention them all, but she does tons of boss damage. If you know what to do, if you know the trick. Watch my hard no bomb, please. And her bomb is a shield. It's okay. It's a balanced shield bomb, honestly. And you got Sakuya B. I think she's the worst. I think I haven't played this since I got a normal 1cc on it. So what I really dislike about this shot type, and please, Zan, please don't do this again. It's when you make a shot type, hold on. Whoa, I was about to fall from my chair. You stick a scoring label on it, like this shot is for scoring. It does no damage. It has the most annoying bomb in all of Touhou. And it's just, it's so annoying to use. Just, I had a bad experience with it. It's not that good. Just, I don't know what to say. F tier. Like if you're feeling miserable and you wanna feel more miserable, play Sakia B. Unless you're a score player, you're a masochist. Oh, Touhou 15. Okay, Touhou 15. Touhou 15, Reimu. So I think Reimu's D tier. No, actually, wait. She's just Reimu. Just even the needles are more spread out. I think there are more needles. But in the context of Touhou 15, I think she's kind of the worst for survival, in my opinion, on normal, because the bomb doesn't allow you to graze. It has a small hurt box, meaning small graze box. Overall, it's just, I think I'm not really that fond of Touhou 15 graze mechanic, and you know how you have to graze and kill enemies to get life pieces, just resource plot. Marisa is A tier in Touhou 15. I like her damage. She has the highest damage in the game without her bomb. Without like considering bombs, I think she has the highest damage in the game. She can speed kill Graze Hell, Clown Pieces, Graze Hell. I hate this spell card. So you shotgun it and you just move backwards a little bit and you're just eventually gonna kill her, which is pretty fun, I'd say. Sane is C tier. I think she's just okay. She helped me clear the extra stage. She's pretty OP. I think she's the best shot type in the game. Although Raisin is pretty strong, but Sana is too. Like their survival potential is so good. Same with the scoring potential. Anyways, Raisin is B tier, and I hate the bomb, but it made for a cool scoring shot type. Like, it's really cool to watch a Raisin scoring in Touhou 15. Nothing else to say. Just I think the bomb is pretty dumb for survival. Permanent shield until the stage finishes, and it makes your hurt box bigger, and it's basically 3 hits and the bomb ends, which is super broken. I think if the bomb had a time limit, it would have been more interesting for scoring. Like, oh, you're gonna use the bomb right here, right now. They can expand your graze box to graze much more. Okay, Touhou 15 finished. Touhou 16, I don't know how to rate this. I'm gonna rate the ones that I have tried. Reimu Spring is lame. I don't really care. Reimu Summer, nope. Reimu Fall, B, I like Fall. Reimu Winter is okay. Actually, wait. Here. Actually, I'm just gonna put it haven't tried because I haven't tried it enough. See, B tier is much better. I like the laser. Reimu EX is... gonna put it in C tier. It's pretty broken. I don't really like how it trivializes the extra stage. Cirno Spring, I have tried it. It's really weird. Cirno Summer is a meme. Cirno Fall is A tier. It's a fun shot type. I got my Lunatic 1cc with it. I like Cirno overall. I think it's really fun. Same here with Cirno Winter. I wanna do a challenge run. I wanna use Cirno Winter. I really like Cirno in Touhou 16 so much. Haven't tried, and you got Aya Fall, it's really cool. Scoring shot type. Aya Winter, never really tried, same here. Marisa Spring, I've been told to try, by the way. Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I want to try it. Summer, nope. Fall, I have tried it. It's really interesting. I'd say A tier. Winter is A tier too. I really like. Here. I'd say it's here. And I would put Firefall C. Because Firefall, like. Aya in vacuum, I don't really like Aya. But the fall release is really cool. And last but not least, this one I haven't tried. That was fast. Just wanna skip over to 16. I haven't tried anything. I'm not that experienced on it. Touhou 17. This Rainbow Wolf. It's visually unappealing, like the focused shot type. It doesn't do that much damage. It's not interesting. It just it does a lot of damage, sure, but compared to other shot types, it's really weak. Just I don't really like it. It would have been much more interesting if it did something else. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me just make this very, very clear. That's what I think about other shot types. Rainbow Eagle is cool. Marisa Wolf is cool. Marisa Eagle is cool. You know why? This is she has like much more homing amulets, trivializes stages. Marisa Wolf is just splash damage and massive damage. It's really cool. Yeah, you got Marisa Eagle, which gives her piercing lasers, which is interesting. I really like it. Marisa Yomu Wolf is, I'd say, C tier. I don't really like how it removed Yomu's weakness of having longer range, honestly. That's all there is to it. And you got Yomu Eagle, it's bugged. Sort of a challenge to use. I want to do it. I want to challenge myself and just play unfocused shotgun. Anyways, now 18. Oh, not this. This. Touhou 18. Touhou 18. Raimunides, obviously. She's really cool. I think she's very compatible with a lot of the cards you can use. So it's really cool. Marisa is B tier. I like Marisa. Just overall, it's really the same. So here's the reason why there's nothing much to say about it. It's because Zan recycles the shot types from Touhou 13, just leaves them like that, except for Touhou 16, which was interesting. So yeah, Marisa is basically missiles and lasers. It's the same, just more missiles, I guess. She's shooting more missiles. Sakia is interesting. It's not A tier, it's S tier. Similar, but more complex. You got now more dimensions to tamper with. You can make it spread, you can make it tighter. You can make the knives like focused towards the center or spread out, and you can move them left and right. Very complex, very fun to use. I recently got Touhou 18 no actives or equipment run on hard. It's pretty cool. Sanae, it's much better than Touhou 15 Sanae, I'd say, because she has the serpents for focus, and when she unfocuses, she has like a wall of frogs that don't shoot much. Like it's much slower than these frogs. But you can do a really neat trick that makes you shoot both at the same time, serpents and frogs. It's called frog loops, and like there's this interesting timing you can do. Like it's really hard to get the hang of. You have to let go of shift at specific times, and you can just keep shooting serpents and then on focus and get a wall of frogs that can do splash damage. Very strong for survival. If you've seen the LNN lists, the most LNN character is Sanae and Reimu, but Sanae is much more because she has this really neat trick. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed this, and see you next time. I do plan to make more videos like that. Not for shot types. I want to talk about specifically modern Touhou, and later on I'm going to speak about Sakia from Touhou 14. Yeah, so that's it. Take care.